Welcome back. Wonderful to be starting the week with you. I hope you enjoyed the weekend activities, if you did them, knowing full well that it's perfectly fine if you didn't. That's how this program is structured. It's got that flexibility so that you can be loving and kind to yourself, showing up in whatever way you want to with the material. And today's is a nice and easy one. It's Monday, for goodness sakes, if you're doing this on a Monday. So the intention is that it isn't onerous, doesn't get in the way. Mondays are, can be challenging enough just to get through. So super, super easy and light touch today, but a really gorgeous thing that I'm going to invite you to do. So there's two parts to it. For today, I want you to schedule a date. Find a time in the next couple of weeks where you make a commitment to taking yourself out on a date. That's the first part. Get it in the diary and then protect that time, because I know what you're like. I know you're going to want to try and wriggle out of actually following through on it. Why? Because it's going to be good for you. It's going to feel amazing. Some thing might come out of it that transforms your experience of being alive in the present. So, of course, the part of you that is hard on you isn't going to be up for you doing that. So it's going to want you to do anything else instead. So I want you to find a time when you can schedule it, when you know that there'll be minimal pulls on that time, and do your very, very, very best to protect that time. And the second part is, once it's scheduled, start planning. What is going to be a really good date for you? And just take a minute to think about that. If we're going on a date with somebody else and we really like them, we're going to be really cognizant of trying to come up with something that we know will please them. We'll think about, well, what do they like? What do they not like? What would be a real treat for them? What would be special? We want all of that same thinking in service of ourselves. And we kind of stop and think, well, when was the last time I really thought about myself in that way? So again, these are great, great, great questions for us to be asking ourselves. Thinking about the free writing exercise, I remember, here's an opportunity to connect back to, what have I forgotten about myself? What have I forgotten that I absolutely love? What did I used to love doing that I don't do anymore? What have I forgotten that brings me joy, that feels effortless, or that gives me a real buzz? That's the sort of territory that we want to get into. And from that inquiry, let the notion of the date emerge. So it may be that, you used to love adventure, and maybe your life's got a little bit safe or samey. So your date might be to get on the first bus. Go to the nearest bus stop and just get on the first bus that turns up, and stay on it for 4 stops and then work out how to get home. It might be that, you used to really love drawing, and you just haven't done that for years. You just got so busy or tired. So it might be that you take um, a pad and some charcoals, and you go and take yourself out into nature somewhere, or maybe it's a cityscape that you walk past every day, but you really want to stop and notice it and sketch. It might be that you used to love reading, so maybe your artist date is to go to a really big bookshop and just spend an hour browsing. It really doesn't matter what you do. The value here is taking the time to think, if I loved myself, what would I do to really make a good impression on myself? What would I organise? So whatever it is, do that. So schedule it today and then percolate those questions over the coming days and just see what ideas emerge from the space that you're giving yourself. That's it for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.